Good evening, and welcome to Hopewell Valley Central High School for the commencement exercises for the class of 2024. My name is Anson Smith, and I have the distinct honor and privilege of serving as the Vice Principal for the graduating senior class. I'd like to take a moment to welcome our faculty and staff members in attendance tonight, all the families that have come from near and far, our special guest speakers, and of course, our amazing graduates. A big thank you to the HVCHS band under the direction of Mr. Andre Harding for guiding our graduates onto the field tonight. Round of applause for them. Now please rise if you are able and join the HVCHS choir under the direction of Mr. Randy White, conducted by Senior Connor Bowden, as they lead us in the singing of our national anthem.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the hope of the brave?
You may be seated. I'd like to invite Senior Class President Natalie Veal and Vice President Alan Patterson to offer their welcome and provide a few details about tonight's ceremony.
Welcome to the commencement ceremony of the class of 2024. We are so excited to be here with you tonight to celebrate the culmination of 13 hard-earned years of work in education. Seniors, as we are gathered here today and able to reflect back on our time together, I would like to congratulate you on all of your hard work and effort. It has been incredibly special getting to learn alongside some of the most talented, hardworking, compassionate, and genuine people. As we all know, though, these 13 years have not always been easy. And while reflecting upon our crazy journey that has led us all to this point, Alan and I were inspired by the life lesson hidden in one of our favorite childhood movies.
As the inspirational Hannah Montana once said, "There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb." Though we may not all have Hannah Montana as our role model, her words still ring true to this day.
These past 13 years have led us to this moment, but as significant as this moment is, what is most important to remember is the climb that has gotten all of us here.
The Friday night lights,
The sweet treat runs with friends,
the late night drives,
the stressful junior year all-nighters,
the 200 hall intersection,
and the people who have become closest to us unexpectedly.
and all of the other memories, both good and bad, that have led us to right now.
Those countless moments have shaped us into who we are standing here today. As we enter into the next phase of our life, there are sure to be many more mountains we want to move as we work towards our goals and numerous futures. But it is equally as likely for us to have many moments in which we fall down and struggle to get back up.
During those moments, we remind all of you to remember the words of Hannah Montana and find strength in the moments and people that have shaped who you are today. For if you can surmount the crazy mountain of high school, surely you can get back up when life kicks you down.
Over the past 4 years, we know that many of us have created amazing memories, but at the same time, many of us have experienced unimaginable loss. Please join us in a moment of silence as we remember those who could not be with us today, especially our friend and classmate, Lily Carroll. Thank you. Before we begin this evening, I would like to alert everyone in attendance that there are 3 exits from the field in case of emergency. The main gate to my left that everyone entered in this evening, the gate behind the bleachers to my right, and on the opposite side of the field, away from the home bleachers, also to my right. At the end of the ceremony, our graduates will be recessing from the field and returning to the building to pick up their diplomas. Please feel free to join us afterwards at one of the photo locations in the graduate reception area, located in front of the building. Thank you for coming to celebrate the commencement ceremony of the HVCHS Class of 2024.
This year's student address will now be delivered by HVCHS senior Sela Horowitz.
I extend my gratitude to Mr. Smith for introducing me. Good evening to all the beloved faculty, proud parents, our guests, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. As we look around in the crowd, we see the familiar faces of those we used to sit with at our elementary school lunch tables, those we used to dance alongside at 6th grade night outs, and those we cheered alongside during Friday night football games. It's hard not to think about all of the things that brought us to this moment. For the last few months, I've been working with Hopewell Elementary School kids in aftercare. It takes me back in time as I remember myself in their shoes. Every day, a group of 6-year-olds run up to me, asking me to bring out the Lego bins. I sit and watch their tiny hands build impressive abstract creations. Some of them work quietly by themselves, while others prefer working as a team. And yes, there are moments of conflict where they argue about who found a Lego first. Regardless of their approach, one thing remains constant. In the end, each child holds something unique, a creation born from their imagination. It's not about how long it took or how many hands were involved, but rather their sense of pride and accomplishment because they are so proud of what they made. Every decision we make from now on is like building our own Lego creation. We start with a scatter of Legos all over the floor. Each Lego represents everything we've learned, all of our memories. But what's in front of us right now is a blank canvas, ready to be built upon. All of us have the blocks we received here as Bulldogs at Hopewell Valley. Blocks from musical performances, blocks from athletic achievements, and blocks from those who have supported us along the way. But our future is yet to be constructed with these blocks. As each of us continue on our journey, whether it be entering the workforce, the military, or continuing our education at college or trade school, it's our job to pick up these Lego blocks, sort them, and click them together to make our own beautiful creations. There may be times when the pieces don't fit and you need to think of something else, or a time when the pieces are stuck together and you need some help. And you know what? It's okay if we make mistakes or if we have to start over and rebuild, because it's all part of the process. Sometimes life may feel easy, as if you've got step-by-step instructions. Other times, it may feel like life throws random pieces at you and you have to design something without any guidance. It's in these instances, whether solving complex problems, innovating, or paving uncharted paths, that we discover our true capabilities and our inner strength. Never let anyone dull your creativity. I have seen your hard work and your determination. All of you have the passion and the drive to overcome any challenges that come your way. Never let anything change that. The blocks that we've been given here at Hopewell are just the beginning. As we graduate today, we will be entering the world and receiving new Legos everywhere we go. These new bricks will be high-stress internships, military deployments, challenging academic pressures, and long work days. But we can take these bricks to create unique and brilliant lives, something we will all be proud of. I can't wait to see what everyone makes. But don't forget, make sure you take everything one Lego block at a time. Thank you.
Unfortunately, Miss Anita Williams Galliano will not be able to join us tonight as she is tending to the birth of her new grandchild. So instead, I now invite Ms. Patricia Riley, principal of HVCHS, to come forward to certify the class of 2024.
Good evening, Dr. Treese, members of the Board of Education, staff, honored guests, and the class of 2024. It is truly an honor to welcome you to the 2024 commencement ceremony here at Hopewell Valley Central High School. Those of you who have attended a graduation ceremony here in the past few years know that I usually try to connect my speech in some way to the Dog Pound. For those of you who don't know, the Dog Pound is our student fan section. They can be found at all sorts of events, usually following some sort of theme, cheering loudly through HV USA, and the roller coaster. My personal favorite, however, is I Believe. Since some of our guests this evening have never experienced the Dog Pound, and you really are missing out, I asked the senior class to provide a demonstration. Just as good as the real Dog Pound. I have waited for 4 years to use I Believe in my speech because from the very beginning, the class of 2024 has given me so much to believe. When you started at HVCHS as freshmen, I started my time as principal. And over the past 4 years together, I've found more and more things that I believe about you. I believe that you are resilient. You started high school in a global pandemic, and your freshman year was filmed with Zooms, where you made your camera face your bedroom ceiling. You knew me mainly from directions to pull your mask up. And before you could enter the building, you had daily temperature checks. During your high school years, many of you have experienced significant losses, and even more of you have faced challenging situations that no one anticipated. And through it all, you have grown stronger, you have persevered, and you have demonstrated resilience. I believe that you are inclusive. This year, we were nationally recognized as a unified champion school because of your desire to make sure that everyone is united as a member of HVCHS. Your work with Best Buddies, Unified Club, and Unified Track, as well as your individual willingness to make sure that everyone is a part of something, whether it's a club, a class, or a place to sit at lunch, is truly impressive and has positively impacted people more than you know. I believe that you know about the importance of connection, whether you're connecting in ways that I didn't exactly recommend, like trying to crowd surf at the prom, or by fitting as many people into one car as possible to drive to TMS for track practice, or in more school-sanctioned ways, like coming together to transform the school for the junior prom, or put together a fantastic dance for the winter pep rally. You see the value in connecting with each other. Most importantly, I believe that I believe in you. Whether I have known you since birth, or since the days of Peach, or since the class parties in elementary school, or since the day you entered HVCHS, whether it was as a freshman or as a senior, the bottom line is that I know you, and I believe in you. There are a lot of reasons to believe in you, and there are a lot of things to believe about you. But in closing, I'd like to leave you with a couple of things that I want to make sure that you believe. I want you to believe that you are loved. I want you to believe that you will be missed. And I want you to believe that you will always have a home here at HVCHS. Dr. Treese, members of the Board of Education, it is my distinct privilege and pleasure to present to you the Hopewell Valley Class of 2024 for the conferring of their diplomas. As principal of the high school, and with the faculty to bear witness, I am verifying that the candidates before you have fulfilled their graduation requirements established by the Hopewell Valley Regional School District and the state of New Jersey. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Riley. Joining us now to address the class of 2024 will be the superintendent of the Hopewell Valley School District, Dr. Rosetta Treese.
Good evening. I am Dr. Rosetta Treese, Superintendent of Schools. I get a chill every time I say that. Thank you for letting me be your Superintendent of Schools. I want to begin my comments, thank you, with a big thank you to the Hopewell Valley High School administrative team for their tireless work this school year, watching the weather, making sure we got set up, moving the bulldog out here even though he weighs like 500 pounds. Thank them for making this happen, along with our custodians, our maintenance staff, all the folks that made this pretty for you today. I would also like you to thank the guidance counseling department here, the counseling department, your paraprofessionals, and your teachers and support staff, bus drivers, all the folks that help you get here. Together, you all did it. So give them all a round of applause. Graduates, I also need you to thank your parents for being here, your caregivers, all those folks that stood beside you, that lifted you up when you were struggling, that put up with you when you were giving them tood, that drove you and dropped off the things that you forgot. Give your parents a round of applause. And I promise you they're still going to have your back moving forward. Ms. Riley stole my thunder a little bit talking about how resilient you are, and I wanted to share that with you as well. In your 4 years just here in high school, you've experienced quite a lot. Again, you came here after leaving Timber Lane in March, and we said, see you later, and we thought you'd come back in a few days, maybe a week or so. And a lot of those teachers at Timber Lane, I believe this was a class, didn't see you again in person until much later. And then you came into hybrid, remote learning, wearing masks in and out of protocols, while we all tried to sort out the unknown. Other seismic shifts that happened during your time is the climate changing, weather. We had a smoke-tato, I think we finally named it at one point. We dealt with a lot of upheaval and unrest in the world and conflict. We're still experiencing that now. And through all of that, you continue to grow and to accomplish things. And I've witnessed this senior class just flourish. So now, as you enter some of the finest universities in the world and colleges, as you follow your passion into technical fields, start businesses, or join the workforce, you have proven that you know how to get back up when you're knocked down and keep moving again. I am grateful to our graduates who have joined the armed forces or who are going to become first responders. As a Gold Star mother, I know the sacrifice you and your families make to protect our dearly, dearly honored freedoms. We thank you in advance for your service. Now, give them a round of applause. All of you will seek to find your true calling and voice. You are bound to change direction, to make mistakes, to stumble, and occasionally you will have to change directions altogether and start all over again. Many of us older folk here in the room today, in the space today, have had to do that. But I know you'll figure it out. You're going to find the path again, and you're going to find your true passion. You've proven that time and time again as you've navigated some of the difficulties that you've faced here in your short time on this planet. And you've challenged us, your leaders, to do better also. And I am grateful to all of you for what you have taught me along the way. Continue to use your voice and continue to make a difference. So graduates, I ask you to always take pride in where you come from. Your experiences here at Hopewell, the people you've met, and the community in which has shaped you as you've grown up will always be a part of you, and they will lay the foundation for who you ultimately will become. And I have one more piece of advice I'd like to give you. I don't like to give a lot of advice at these things because I know you're ready to go to your dinner dates and all the fun that happens after this, and you want us to call the names. But here's the last thing I'm going to offer you after the sirens. I was fortunate enough to attend my niece's graduation in Arizona. And she graduated from the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism. And a professor said, and I thought it was the most profound thing I heard in a long time, as he challenged these new journalists that were going to go out in the world and report, that they had to be truth seekers, that they had to look to dig to find the truth. And the truth is not always where you believe it is, and it's not always what you believe. And so what he suggested that they do is if they're in their DMs and they're looking at something and somebody says it's raining, and somebody says it's not and the sun is shining, to put down the phone, get up, open the door, and go outside and see what's happening. So I'm going to challenge you from this moment on, as you live your life through this digital world that is not my own, I have to admit, that you question everything, that you seek to understand another point of view that's not your own, and that you find some place in the middle where we all can live in peace and harmony. I've seen you do this here in Hopewell, and I know you're going to take that love and that unity into the world as we have this peaceful, beautiful graduation where we all don't agree on everything, but we're sitting in here and holding each other up today. I want you to take that with you into the world and make us all proud like you've been making us proud. So, as your superintendent, I say the all-important words now. Principal Riley, members of the Board of Education, by the authority vested in me as a representative of Hopewell Valley Regional School District and duly certified by the state of New Jersey, I certify that the individuals before me have completed the graduation requirements prescribed by the Department of Education. I now confirm you as graduates of Hopewell Valley Regional School District. I'm returning the program to Principal Riley to confer your diplomas. Congratulations.
Madeline Jane Patterson.
Jaden Tay Shin.
Patrick Kieran Sariana Ryan.
Garrett Reed Willie.
Ravi Patel Wetzel.
Nina Julia Abrams.
Daniel Ahmed.
Thomas Christopher Adonisio.
Matthew John F. Adonisio.
Alishaz S. Ali Mohammed.
Rose Grace Andreski.
Anastasia Katrina Angarone.
Nyla Victoria Appia.
Janya Samanthika Arunkamar.
Christina Nicole Astran.
Alphonse Paul Azara.
Haley Rose Barada.
Julia Lauren Barron.
Amelie Rose Bass.
Amber Michelle Becker.
Miley Sophia Bedone.
Santiago Benitez.
Talia Rose Berman.
Zachary Pierce Bernstein.
Blake Daphne Billick.
Jeffrey David Blake.
Marius Amazir Bukhalifa.
Connor William Bowden.
Isabel Sperry Boyajian.
Zachary B. Bracken.
Mikkel Shane Brittenham.
Jacob Filson Brown.
Lucian Antonio Boone.
Hallie Jane Carrick.
Eric Wojo Karski Wilson.
Thomas Allen Carter.
Daniela Fiorenza Caruso.
Chad Bruce Senecola.
James Chang.
Addison Grace Chess.
Olivia Grace Chess.
John Chin.
Claire Christie.
Anna Jane Trinellick.
Hannah Chu.
Catherine Stephanie Clark.
James Quinton Coelho.
Catherine Elizabeth Compton.
Hannah Teresa Cooper.
Isabella Michelle Cornish DiDonato.
Jonah Francois Corvelin.
Cole James Cregan.
Ryan James Cucini.
Nevi F. D'Amico.
Alana Mari Danduran.
Stephen Edward Daniels.
Simeon John DuPont.
Bradley Deeds.
Declan John Delamere.
William A. DePaulo Jr.
Narcy Ogren Didi.
Alistair Michael D'Onofrio.
Jesse Thomas Dunbar.
Oscar Harrison Michael Ellery.
Jack David Elliott.
Daniel Ryan English.
Emily Elizabeth Eshelman.
Karina Michelle Estrada.
Kira Ann Fallon.
Owen Scott Farino.
Caleb Xavier Fowler.
Juliana P. Franco.
George Andrew Franklin.
John Clark French.
Brandon M. Friedman.
Colin Fuller.
Kayla A. Gantz.
Adriana Michelle Garzio.
Jason Matthew Gehring.
Alicia Giovannina Gervasoni.
Sienna Ariana Garagazalu.
Lila Helena Ganem.
Amelia Rose Ganem.
Gavin Henry Glogoff.
Austin J. Gold.
Logan Alexander Goldberg.
Jordan Isabel Gonzalez.
Mia Govantes.
Alexandra Gregorio Gonzalez.
Tyler J. Gresco.
Isabella Alexandra Guerrero.
Sahil S. Gajar.
John Lon Han.
Ian J. Hanville.
Mackenzie Grace Harcel.
May Alice Hartog.
Kennedy Ann Havens.
Mary Caroline Hayden.
Sarah Charo He.
Benjamin Ronald Heidi.
Lydia Grace Hemmer.
Ethan Kent Hill.
Mary M. Holmes.
Aziza Alyssa Hopkins.
Branyan James Hoppy.
Sela Eve Horowitz.
Charles Maitre Hui.
Colin McDaniel Hunter.
Olivia Jan Jacora.
Gracie Johnson.
Malachi Amar Johnson.
Samanvita Kamath.
Richard Francis Kiefer.
Michael James Kennedy.
Corinne Kobayashi.
Joshua Dustin Colhep.
Sarah Elizabeth Christensen.
Anna Kudrayashova.
Ilya Kushmar.
Stephen Thomas Last.
Drew Aaron Kuskavir.
Serena Susan Last.
Iris Ann Laudermilk.
Paul Georges Lamorvan.
Nicholas John Lecknew.
Nathan Hyunsu Lee.
Natalie Ann Ling.
Ian Charles Levine.
Beatrice Rose Lee Spencer.
Eric Lynn.
Taya Mary Lintorst.
Brandon H. Liu.
Eric C. Lundquist.
Aaron Lavov.
Caitlin Alexandra Lynch.
Megan Rose McDonald.
Kyla Jaden Mashinga.
Jillian Rose Magner.
Owen Russell Mahan.
Kira Faith Malloy.
Amin Mansour.
Alexa Riley Marino.
Ori David Merkshad.
Michael Dominic Massey.
Alyssa Maticoli.
Antonio Emilio Maticoli.
Maya Paige Matashevsky.
Christian Dennis Mayer.
Radek Sean Averick McAuliffe.
Morgan Emmeline McCullough.
Easton John McIlvain.
Paul Blaine McGrail.
Maura Y. McGrath.
Ismail Medina.
Erica Lee Melton.
Megan Olivia Meng.
Rachel Angelina Minucci.
Ria Mishra.
Prithviraj Mohapatra.
Tierney Elizabeth Maloney.
Jack Ryan Movahill.
Brooke Corinne Murphy.
Jack Murphy.
Mitchell Morale.
Saad Newman.
Aya Ray Nessel.
Alexander John Nikolai.
Jocelyn Rose Nociolo.
Jake T. O'Grady.
Margaret A. Newman.
Aaron T. Nolman.
Charles Michael Olin.
Zachary Glenn Olson Kroger.
Theodore Frank Oshevsky.
Christian Francis Oram.
Chase Pennell Overman.
Anan Parab.
Joshua Garrett Parker.
Charles J. Peters.
Jackson Charles Fowl.
Catherine Ann Pinelli.
Jack Patera.
Sandy Patera.
Benjamin Pilara.
Victor Pulverasian.
Nathaniel Adrian Posnikov.
Jenna Lynn Powers.
Brighton S. Pertuck.
Liana Quinlan.
Marley Molina Ramos.
Amanda Lee Ramus.
Manakshi Indu Rao.
Abigail Elise Renner.
Sydney Karma Rick.
Adam M. Rise.
Sarah Vivian Rodriguez.
Cameron Michael Rosenberg.
Shelby McHugh Rossi.
John Robert Saya.
Esteban Sanchez Jr.
Joshua Maurice Sanchez.
Enrico Gabriel Santamaro.
Arya Sekapan.
Stefan Victor Surge.
Aditya Srikanth.
Abijay Singaretti.
Sebastian M. Skarzinski.
Juliana Marissa Summers.
Francesca Marissa Summers.
Shane Thaddeus Solak.
Ozzy S. Southall.
Sinai C. Stills.
Charles Alexander Stocks Natalius.
Kai Kasahara Shrew.
Roshini Sunjith.
Colin Joseph Sustakowski.
Alexander Sismanik.
Nikhil Taneja.
Neha Taneja.
Bayun Tundon.
Sonia Irina Tenbarge.
Nathan Joseph Toole.
Rachel Lily Thornton.
Matthew R. Toledo.
Michael Abbott Torpy.
Anya Marie Torrens.
Manvi M. Tripathi.
Christopher Michael Turnbull.
Liam Fox Ung McHale.
Joshua N.M. Verghese.
Harishikesh B. Vibute.
Emma Kaylin Velarde.
John Michael Velasic.
Casey Von Osen.
Grace Divine Voorhees.
Stephen Michael Juan.
Summer Yihan Wong.
Lucy Jean Webster.
Cornelius Maxwell Veckamp.
Caitlin E. Wells.
Kira Lynn Wessler.
Nicole Lily White.
Matthew Allen Whitlock.
Lauren Catherine Wilfing.
Jonah Bell Wojahowitz.
Ryan Sejin Wolf.
Dorothy Tinyun Wong.
Anna Isabella Wirtz.
Andrew Jack Yadamick.
Sydney X. Ye.
Jesse Bauman Yu.
Lucas Zapata Sannon.
Sophia Marie Zawartke.
Catherine Zaglarski. Alan Emmanuel Patterson.
Natalie Josephine Veal.
You guys are in. Congratulations, class of 2024. We now invite those seniors who will be performing the senior song to the stage. This year's group has selected Pink Floyd's Eclipse to pay tribute to the solar eclipse, which we experienced on April 8th, 2024. Seniors, please rise. As Senior Class President Natalie Veal and Vice President Alan Patterson lead you in the turning of the tassel. Go for it. All right, get your hats. There we go. As the seniors return to their seat, this will conclude our ceremony this evening. As a reminder, in just a second, the faculty will recess from the field, followed by the graduates. Families, we ask that you exit the stadium after the students and meet your graduate at the graduate reception area located at the main entrance of the school. Thank you, drive home safely, and have a great night.
Hopewell! Hopewell!
Thank you.